Well, hello everybody, this is Frogman and welcome back to Engineer's Life 2. We made a couple of machines last episode. I know they kind of still look janky. We made a latex processing unit and a dissolution chamber, mainly because of the fact we want to get towards, hello please, simple storage solutions. This little section of this chapter right here. What we need to be able to do is we need to be able to craft at least one of these simple machine frames, which is going to require a dissolution chamber from industrial foregoing, and that required us to get into the production of making plastic from that said mod. So what I am going to do right now, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to kind of start working towards preparing for this little thing. I need to go ahead and do a little bit more jankiness as far as work is actually concerned with this little thing. So what we need to do is we got to come up here and do this. I need to just put a ladder or something. I'm really glad these tanks auto output on the bottom. So can I just grab a tank like so and just fill it full of water instead of bucketing it like crazy? We're gonna have to do a bunch of things. What did I just do with my buckets? Wow, where did they just go? Hello, what did you do? Oh, we just made, did we make something that ate buckets? No, I didn't think we did we? Did this eat buckets? It did eat buckets. Ah, lovely. Okay, cool. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. We need to make at least one more bucket so I can fill that tank up full of water and get a few other things done. I am going to go ahead, prep up, get ready for the next section. I just wanted to let you guys know what we're doing because I'm going to be recording these two back to back so that we can actually have a little bit of fun in between episodes making things. So let's get a bunch of plastic built so we can make that machine frame so we can start into simple storage solutions. I will be right back with you guys. Alrighty then, 2 dry rubber should go into 2 plastic sheets using the little metal press that we've got going on here. And those plastic sheets will allow us to make this recipe right here. So we need some steel, we need some gold, and we need a little bit more latex in that machine. Now, I'm going to end up probably wasting some latex over here. But again, latex is just trees, so it's not a massive problem. We need one of those, which we made a bunch. And I know in the end of last episode, I was like, what did I do with all these pity machine frames that I made? And then I had to go back and realize, hey, dummy, you used them all for something because you counted and didn't count correctly in your mind when you did it. So anyhow, let's make us a gold gear. And what is it? A couple of pieces of steel. 1, 2, and I think we have some of those as well. So you are just going to be plastic steel things and some latex and a pity machine frame. Let's go ahead and get that going because that should allow us to get into something very cool. So no, you go down here and wow, I'm assuming this doesn't care where things go. We need this, this, and this plus some latex. Right? Here goes a whole bucket. And boop. All right. That'll get us our first simple machine frame. So let's see what we get out of this. So that'll go blink. And yeah, that used, a fair amount of that stuff. I can always just use that for later on, but that's cool. Can I put it down? No. That's a nice looking texture. How come I can't put it down? What do we got? We get a random reward. So I got a potion of danger sight. Cute. I have no idea what that is. We're going to use this to open up that chapter. So let's start looking at that chapter. Let's start messing with simple storage solutions. So we can get rid of this. And we need to look at the fun part, which is in here. Simple storage solutions. This is not as massively awesome of a mod as, say, refined storage is, but it will let us do a lot of automation and a lot of moving things, and it should work reasonably well. So the first thing we need to do is make some network cable. We should have some stone pre-cooked, ready to go. All right, cool. We'll just put that back in here, and then my cutter is this one. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Is that hang on. Tell me that's not what I think it is. Stone slabs, radiator stone slabs. Okay, so we can do that. Nice. All right, let's just go ahead and do it this way then. I'll make about that many of them for right now, and then we need iron. So go. Just go ahead and make a stack of it. Thank you. And close the door and sleep. Very cool. Alrighty, so we got our network cable. What does that get us? So it's a little bit of experience. So that should unlock the network guide. Network guide is going to be that in a book. We've got a book up here. At least I should have some books. I know I've got lots of books. So let's go ahead and waste a piece of cable and make a guide because, you know, apparently I need to know how to do this. Let's see. This is going to give us all the cool things, all the wonderful stuff. I do remember pretty much how to play with this. It's one of those mods I do enjoy it. It's a really good, nice little intermediate kind of thing to play with. So let's move on through the quests and then we'll get this set up and actually be able to use it, hopefully. So we're going to click on that button. We're going to take your cookies and milk. We're going to get a storage network root, which is the reason why we made the simple machine frame, which is a block of quartz. Awesome. Let's see, we need a quartz and that thing. So network root is some quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Network root, go. Thank you. And that's just this is like the controller for the thing. This is where everything comes from. So the next thing I think I'm going to want, let's just go ahead and get on this. Simple storage. Pretty simple, pretty easy. It's mostly just some of the other stuff. So we should be able to get a storage root. We got a network storage inventory, which is exactly what it says it is. We're going to be using a storage request table, which is going to be a storage inventory, which is going to be a dropper. Can I craft one of those right now? Or am I going to have to get some stuff? What's the noise? Oh, I don't care. Talk about annoying. Wow. All right. Where is our book? Let's get this going. Thank you. We need a storage inventory, storage quest table, plus all the cool little cables that can do things. So we're going to start with storage request table, which is going to be something along those lines, which should be this, which should be one of these, which is that. I have it. Awesome. And then we need a request table, which is going to be some gold and some of those. So let's grab some junk wood that should be on us. Yeah, okay. And some gold. And I'm going to have to go remove him from the problem. And there we go. Cool. So that should be the request table. And if I put that on top of this, that will allow me to get to my storage. Beautiful. So this is kind of, generally speaking, a poor man's AE. Doesn't require power, doesn't require anything at all. It does have a crafting table and does have the capability of seeing things. You saw nothing. Anyhow, this is kind of like I said, it's poor man's AE, poor man's storage solution kind of thing as far as digital storage is concerned. It doesn't necessarily use storage mediums like drives, although I do believe that might be part of the reason why this is now. But what it does do is it uses storages like this and this and can read those storages and implement them into the system. So that's what this cabling is for. This basic network cable, I should just be able to do something like this and this and this and run it to wherever I want to run it to. So what we're going to look at next, I think we're going to click on the button over here for quests, is I'm going to get a cord and a thing. Thank you very much. A link cable, an export cable, an import cable, filtered cable, and all these kinds of cool things. This is this and this. What did I just throw on the ground? And again, it has been a really long time since I have played with this mod. Good year at least. But it's again, it's kind of very preferable to just, if you just want a simple system, you don't need the massive amount of item crafting and all the other kinds of things like AE and Put those away too. You know, those other mods have. You don't necessarily need all that stuff if you don't want it, so we can do kinds of things. And actually, I think if I've got this incorrectly, we need to do it in a different fashion. Let's take this outside so we can actually see what we're doing with it. We'll put this here, and then again, like this here. And I think I might try to say we'll just test with that box. And what we need to do now is I do believe we need to kind of just make a few other little parts. So simple storage. These are all the main pieces. So what are the cables from? Why is it not showing up? Simple storage network, basic. Why is this not? Oh, okay, there we go. So we got a network collection interface, items inserted into the network. These can be the input of the connections. Link cables used to connect an inventory to the network. Import cable attaches and imports items all from the inventory into the network and out things. So let's go ahead and make all these little cool dudes. So we can start with something along the lines of this dude right here. Use the connect inventory to link to the network, which is an ender pearl, which is why I'm glad we have a whole ton of ender pearls now. We can make a bunch of stuff here. So let's make about that many for right now. You're probably not going to really need a lot of them, but I should be able to now link this interface. And I don't know if I've got to remember how this part works. I think it's just this, right? Or do I have to link this to it? I'm hoping they can read these interfaces. I'm hoping they can read these crates. Link cables use a link inventories, a chest, for example, into the network. Only a single link cable must be in contact with the chest. A standard network cable can then connect the remaining distance to the network. Like that. I should probably be reading these for you guys so you can actually see it. The root of your network, simple storage. You only need a single root per network. Why you no see what's in that chest? Do you not like these chests? From what I recall, I can just attach this right to the top of that. Do we have something else we can play with? Let's see if that works. Because these labeled crates have been a pain. Hello? All right, I'm going to have to sit here and figure out what's going on. That should work. Why are you not seeing this? Oh. Okay, maybe I'm just being impatient. Hang on a second. Can I do that? Okay, cool. Well, I don't know what the heck happened there, but that's definitely something going on. It took it a second to catch up with me to do a few things. I had to read the book and do a bunch of other stuff. So what that's going to do basically is it's kind of like, well, like using an external storage for like refined storage or immersive engineering, applied energistics. So this thing can read any inventory that you put on it. And you can also use these to pull items in and out of inventories and put things back into other inventories. But what that also means is it works with the storage drawers system. So I can hook it to any kind of an inventory I want and move things around, and it'll read stuff. Because if it's just a storage connection like this is here, or to any one of these dudes, we can use it to make a little bit better of an effect over here, to where I can get rid of some of these just random barrels. I mean, for that matter, what I could do is I could do this and then connect all of those to that thing up out there, and it would be able to read them all. So what I kind of wanted to do, at least with this thing, is get a bunch of this little chapter sorted out so that we can kind of build main workshop base area around it, with the thought that we will eventually be moving to refined storage. So the reason why we're going to move to refined storage, of course, is because we're going to need to be able to use the autocraft functionality that goes with refined storage. So alrighty then, let's go build some more of these cables, at least just to see what we can play with them. For right now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do an export cable, which is going to be a piston, which I should be able to make, right? Nope, no redstone. I got a whole bunch of junk on me that I don't really need right now. I don't have any wood. Oh, I do need to throw it. Just, I don't want that. I don't need it. Go away. Wonderful. Let's see. Redstone and some more wood, which I think those are dark oak planks. That'll work. And I want to do an export cable. So that's a piston. An export cable. Get out of my life. Go up there. Thank you. There's that. And where's our book? Export cable. Give me a coin. Import cable, we need a hopper. I have a spare for right now. Where's the import hopper? That thingy right there. Go. Cool. All right. Nice. Now, I believe these are kind of just exactly what they state they are. You just hook them up to an inventory or hook them up to an interface. Like, I think all I got to do to extend this is to do something kind of like so. And then I can do, this is a linker. I wanted an export one. And I think I can tell, can you not? Yeah, so I can tell that exactly what I want it to push out into another interface. Do we have a box we can possibly play with here? Sure, let's just grab you. Out the door. So I can do something like this, and then we can pick something like, say, I want to push all of the ender pearls over to here. I should just be able to do this. Always on. And import contents as a filter, and there it goes. So it should be pulling them out of here and putting them over there. So this is going to be some of our piping for some of the way that this is going to work. I'm going to probably try to use some of this kind of item pipe stuff around. I think it'll be kind of nice to mess with, but you know, that's how it's just going to be. So those are those. Now, theoretically, I should be able to do an import here to pull that back. No, I can't because they're not in here. Actually, if I just changed this one, do we have room in both of those? Yes, we do. Let's just do one of those here, and then an import cable like that, and it should just pull things out of that. I don't even think this thing has an interface, but it should just pull stuff out of this interface and put it into these chests. And I do believe it's going to go off of a priority of which one is closest. So once this is filled up completely, it will move on to the one next to it. So that's perfectly fine with me, either way it goes. But that's how that should function. It's, like I said, very, very, very simple, very, very easy. This filtered link cable, we're going to worry about him later on. It will allow us to do other kinds of things. The other cool thing about this is it's just regular slime balls and another network storage route. Crafting remote. We will probably be building this instead. Oh. That's not funny. That's not funny. I don't even know if I've found one of those yet. There's a dead boat. Ooh, that's going to be a between episodes kind of thing. I don't think we have any one of those anywhere close. Ooh, that hurts. Okay, well, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do with this mess. What else can we do in this episode for this line of things and stuff? Because I can't do that. I mean, we could build the storage remote, but I don't think it's upgradable to the item builder. It's a network collector, network plaker. See, I will build that, but I don't really think I want it. I want the remote crafting. mainly because that'll allow us to just craft wherever we need to go crafting with. What else is in this inventory? What else is up here? Let's look at this. We can do speed upgrades. Speed upgrades, we could build a speed upgrade. I guess we can do that. And those should be enterable into the system. Let's put some of this junk away. Oh my, at my inventory. Oh, wow. That's hilarious. Go up here, just get out of the way. You can see what I'm saying. I'm ready to be done with this because I should be able to actually filter out various things using these kinds of blocks. Likely what we're going to do is we're going to use either, whichever one's going to be cheaper. I'm not a huge fan of these label crates, but I think, let me see, metal. For just general overall storage, we're going to be doing metal chest. Iron chest, is that what it's called? Not metal chest, it's iron chest. These guys right here, we might either do iron chests or we'll do the next layer up, gold chests. I think we have lots of gold. We'll probably do something for like miscellaneous. It's just going to be like this. And then we're going to use a storage drawers controller and do something normal that I normally do. So we'll have a wall of just, drawers and whatnot in there to kind of just take care of this thing. But this should function the way we do it. And I think, like I said, I should be able to bury this and just have this. Yes. Cool. So that means I can put this in the wall or the floor or something like that. We'll have a nice room. Well, part of that building that we have over here in our new base area is going to specifically be just for the general storage area. And it might end up being on this side. So we'll have like a wall of drawers and a wall of drawers, and then maybe just a bunch of chests and stuff like that, so that we can have a bunch of miscellaneous junk to kind of just be able to work with things. Then we can have our crafting area, crafting tables, kinds of things in the center. And then that will allow us the other sides of this base area to try to just be able to put some machines up that we're going to be using all of the time. All of those little things over there, we have that kind of stuff going on. So I think that's what we're going to do as far as that's concerned. So let's see, can we do anything else with this? Act's not great. I ended up right in the middle of that thing. Did it empty this completely? Now, granted, yes, it is kind of slow. It will slowly over time peel things out and kind of keep things around, but it'll allow us to at least be able to keep an eye on things. Plus, it has a searchable inventory, and we can search by that and mod amount. I kind of actually always like amounts. Either way, it's just however that works. We can for sure make our lives a lot easier now. So what have we got left? I know I've said that a couple of times. I just didn't want to have such a short episode. Let's see. We were going to do speed upgrades. So those are gold and redstone and some stuff. That. Cool. We'll just make one. That should satisfy the thing. Give me those. I don't want you. I'm so over this. I'm so over it. I'm so ready to be done with this. And that's a random reward. We got some brown dye that can just stay laying right there for all I care. And stack upgrades. Blaze powder. Amazing. Cool. So we can definitely do some more things along that line. Put this away. I wonder, will this... It's going to go down there. Okay. I may end up making another toolbox just so I can store certain things like this in there so we don't have such a mess of just junk floating around all over the place, but I think that'll do for the minute and the moment. That book can go away. We don't... This is what I mean. It's like everywhere I go. And for that matter, like we could make a wall of these and just connect them up, and then we could actually, visibly be able to use a really pretty... Because I think those cupboards or whatever... We can make them in all of the different colors to include the two that are here, which might actually not look terrible. I might think about that. I might actually kind of think about those just for miscellaneous storage. I'm trying to do things a little bit differently on that line of it. I'm not a huge fan of the cabinets. They can go away. Who makes these? Builders and craftables, bookshelves, andesite counters, things and stuff. I do like their pillars. We will be using those for sure. I think I might be an idea. Crimson support brackets. There's all kinds of just fun stuff to play with. So iron ladders, those are not horrendously expensive. The cast iron ladders. Neat. And those make scaffold covered ladders. Yes, I know that. Cast iron fence. That's a really interesting looking iron. I may have to play with those and see what we got. There's all kinds of cool stuff. Anything that's neat, gravel paths, whatever. But I think for now, guys, I know I've kind of rambled on and just going to be picking around for a few things. I've been having a little bit of fun just fiddling with things, at least recently. We need to go ahead and probably start thinking about moving things. We need to start building. We need to start lining things out. Good. We got 2 of those. How are we doing over here? I'm beginning to wonder how much wood I can get out of one of those, because that's I broke that log and put it back down because I thought this wasn't working. And it appears to be working just fine. I know, janky, silly, stupid. We'll have a room specifically for latex production over in our main base, because we're going to need to be able to make the plastic to do other things, because plastic and plastic blocks, I think I can actually do something like this as well. But like everything we need to be able to do is going to be in this mess to portion things like this. Or mycelium reactor. What is that, I wonder? And we're going to have to be able to do that in order to be able to make all this kind of fun stuff. So I am really looking forward to getting into the disenchantment kind of stuff. And I'm really looking forward to moving into an area where it doesn't snow all the time. It's really, 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 really annoying. So let's take a nap. And I think I will call it. I know I'm just kind of rambling on. Episode or 2 from now, we're going to be probably main basing over there. I'm going to spend a bunch of time moving a lot of this stuff. We're going to get a kind of a simple structure, or at least some walls designed, and we'll be over hopefully in that main area fairly soon, so I can start actually not dealing with this silly thing that I made a long time ago. So until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. We got our simple storage network started, and I'll be able to actually build a base around this. So see you guys in the next one. Bye.